Okay, so here's an interesting question from Emmanuel Esposito. Hey AJ, I have a question. I know it's a common one, but I want to ask anyway. My cousin has been using your lessons, but at times he is depressed and has low energy. How can he deal with this? Is there any way? Well, he can do everything I just said. Here's the problem. And thank you, Emmanuel, for your question. We can do this for ourselves. So Emmanuel probably has no problem, right? But he's concerned about another person, his cousin, right? And so sometimes I do get this question a lot, where somebody is an Effortless English member. They're fine, they're high energy, they're learning, they're improving fast, but then they have a friend or a cousin or a sister or a brother or some other person in their life. They care about them. They want to help them. They say, oh, you should try Effortless English. You should do this. They want to share their success, right? Emmanuel probably wants to share his success with his cousin. Wants his cousin to also be successful and happy and motivated and energized. And so this is a common thing, for good people. We want to share our successes with people we care about. And so so that's the question, how can I do it? Because this other person, the problem is they're negative and they're depressed. What can we do? That is a hard challenge. That's a difficult challenge. For yourself, you can do it. For another person, it's difficult. It's just like, it's very similar that if you have someone in your family or a friend who's unhealthy, they eat bad food all the time. They're constantly eating junk food only. They never exercise. They're very unhealthy. And they're depressed, low energy. And you want to help them. Right? You are healthy, you have good energy, you know what to do, you know many ideas to help them eat better and exercise. But you can't, you try to do it, you try to talk to them, and they just stay negative and they don't change. And it's very frustrating because in the end, finally, you cannot force them. They are an independent person, they have freedom, free will of their own. So you can't just grab them and force them to eat the good food, and you can't force them to exercise every day. I mean, you can give them books, and you can talk to them, and you can try to persuade them, and you can use great persuasion techniques and leadership techniques, and I teach all of this in my VIP program. But I was saying this last night. I was talking to my VIP members last night. We had a similar question, and I said, but in the end, nothing is 100% for sure for persuading or leadership. Right? Even the best public speaker cannot persuade everyone 100%, never, right? Even the best speakers, maybe they only persuade 80% or 50%. 50% is great. So, Emmanuel or anyone else, if you have someone in your life, you can try. You can certainly try. I mean, I think the best thing to do is to show them with your own success. That's the first thing to focus on. Is you become super successful, you be super positive, you be super motivated, you be inspired, and you achieve very high levels of success. In this case, with English or with anything else. So you show them, so when they look at you, they see, wow, that's incredible. And when you do that, some people will automatically start asking you questions, and can you help me? How are you doing it? Because they see your success, they want it, and then they're more open to listen. They're more open to listen because they see you are doing so well. However, we have to be honest, not everybody will. Some people, sadly, will not. Some people, there's nothing you can do. You can show them, you can tell them, you can do everything possible, and they still will just be low energy and depressed. They will still complain. They won't take action. So you have to do your best, but you also have to be ready to let go sometimes. So I like the idea of leading by example. It means you show them. I think that's the best thing to do because then you get the highest success, and when you're successful, you can help more people. But with just, one specific person, try to tell them, but if they won't listen, then just stop. Just stop. And believe me, I've had this experience in my own life too with other people. I know it's frustrating. It is very frustrating. Okay, another good question. Ahmed says, thank you for your videos. It's really useful. Please, I want your podcast. How can I get it? Okay, that's a good point. So my podcast is my audio podcast, no video, audio only. Now, all my videos also go to my podcast. This video will be on my podcast. Some people will just listen to it. They won't watch it. However, my audio listeners get extra stuff. It's because recently, starting about a couple weeks ago, I started doing some daily audios. So no video, only audio, while I'm walking and I'm talking about casual topics, talking about the weather, talking about food, talking about Japan, where I am right now, just anything, talking about the World Cup. So lots of variety of vocabulary and topics, very casual, very relaxed. But that's a lot of extra English listening every day, and hopefully topics that you think are interesting. So I recommend if you're mostly watching me on YouTube, definitely you should get my podcast, my audio podcast, because you'll get a lot of extra stuff if you do that. So I'm going to tell you the very easy way with just one app. And I'm going to put it on the screen right now. Okay, it's called the TuneIn app. This TuneIn, 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 the TuneIn app. I'm recommending this one because it's easy, because they have apps for all devices, okay? They have an Apple app, they have a Windows app, they have an Android app, they have an Amazon app, they have apps for cars, so basically everything. So that's the easy way. Get the TuneIn, just do a search on your favorite app store on your phone. TuneIn, all together, no space, one word, TuneIn, TuneIn. And it's a free app. Put it on your device, your phone, whatever. And then in the app, search for Effortless English Podcast. Effortless English Podcast. You'll see it, and then just hit subscribe. Just subscribe to it, and that's it. You'll get it automatically. Every time I have a new show, it will go into your phone or your computer or whatever. That's it. The TuneIn app. There are other apps too. There are lots of different ones. Podcast Addict for Apple users. iTunes, of course, is the common one. There's lots of them, but TuneIn is simple because I can use that one for all devices. All right, here's a good question. I want to practice English speaking, but there's no one who can practice English with me. Please tell me, how can I practice English? Follow me on Twitter. Send me the same message on Twitter. I will retweet to all of my followers, and some of them will reply to you, and then you can connect with them, and you can chat and practice on Skype or WhatsApp or whatever you want to do. That's how Effortless English family members around the world find each other. Just through my Twitter, really easy. So my Twitter is just my name, AJ Hoge, AJHOGE, my name, AJ Hoge. Send me a tweet, tell me, how do I find other people? I want to practice with other Effortless English family learners. And I'll retweet it, I'll resend it to everybody who follows me. And that's how you do it. That was an interesting question. I want to be a good doctor of English. So tell me, what should I do? I'm 18 years old. So I'm guessing you mean like a PhD in English. You won't like my advice, because my advice would be don't do it. Okay? I think a PhD in English is a huge waste of time. Massive waste of time. Especially if you're wanting to teach people how to speak English. Don't waste your time getting a PhD. I mean, good Lord, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's at least 8 years of school. What a waste. So here's what you do. Become a great English speaker. Become super fluent and clear. Listen to my podcast. If you can get my courses, get them. If not, use television, use movies, books, podcast, every audio you can in English. Practice every single day. If this is what you want in life, this is your big dream, your big goal, you should be doing this 6 hours a day, 7 hours a day, 8 hours a day. I mean, this should be your focus in life. Become excellent at English. Spoken English and written English. The real skill, not some paper that says you're a PhD doctor. Become great at English, then you will be able to teach people very well. And you won't need to waste your time. And you'll do it faster than 8 years, okay? You'll do it much faster than 8 years if you do this every day. If you spend 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours a day, you can do this in a few years. You'll get really good. And then, do whatever you want to do. I don't know what you want to do with English, but if you want to teach people, then just, open your school or whatever. That's my advice. Now, if you're wanting to do the academic stuff and get the PhD and work in the university, don't ask me for that advice because I don't like all that stuff. Yeah. I'm the wrong person. Sorry. Well, see, this is a good point. Now, this is good. I like this comment. It's a really good comment. It's a very good point. Dalal says, "Hello, AJ. I'm excited now. I'm improving gradually, but I'm happy." Excellent. Fantastic. And that is an excellent comment. Because a lot of people, we get so focused on speed. Oh, I got to improve fast. I mean, that's one of the most common questions I get. How can I improve faster? Faster. But I think Dalal makes a better point here, which is as long as you're improving gradually and you're happy, you're enjoying it, you're happy, you're improving, that it doesn't have to be the fastest possible, right? If you need 2 years instead of 6 months, is that really so terrible? It's not that terrible, not if you can just relax and enjoy it. If you enjoy those 2 years, then it doesn't matter. So that's really great. Now, some people are just, that's just their personality. Faster, go. And that's fine, okay? I understand. Some things in my life, I'm not patient. I want to go fast. Improve. That's why I was that way with Effortless English and with business in general and like being an entrepreneur. A lot of entrepreneurs have that mindset. Go all the time. It's fine because we're excited. Okay? It's because we're excited and we want to see progress. But on the other hand, just steadily improving and being happy, enjoying the process, right, as you're doing it is also very, very important. I mean, there are times when my business is not growing, when it's not doing well, when it maybe even is going down some or has gone down some in the past. But I keep going anyway because I just love doing it. I enjoy the process of it. I love doing it. I love being an entrepreneur. It's fun. It's enjoyable. So in that way, I don't get too upset or stressed out if it's not faster, right? And so I do recommend that. That's kind of the other side of this topic. On the one hand, I'm giving you all this good stuff, but if you can stay positive and feel good going a little bit slower, that's also fine. Don't feel pressure to go faster. It's you decide the speed, as long as you're enjoying it, feeling good, and you're making improvements, it's up to you. It's up to you how fast you want to go. Don't let anyone else push you saying you need to go faster. Or don't let anyone tell you you need to go slower. Some of you might really be super excited and you just want to, 2 months, 3 months, every day, from when you wake up to when you go to bed, 12 hours, 15 hours of English every day. That's fine. As long as you're feeling good and you're staying positive and you're enjoying it, that's also fine. That's also fine. So remember, you're the boss. That's what's great about independent learning, right? Learning English independently, independent education. That's why I love it so much, because the student, you, the learner, you're the boss. You decide. I'm here just to help you and coach you. That's why I call myself a coach. I coach you, I try to give you motivation, make you feel good, all that, but you always make the decisions. You decide. You have the power.